KCAA.
Empire Talks back. I'm Wallace Allen here on the case for truth and justice with the right information to help improve the situation. I hope my voice sounds well. I've been hanging out with the bromatics, trying to see if I could, be of assistance in any needs that they have around the baritone level, but they don't seem to be missing anything. Great program these young men have put together. This is Empire Talks back. I'm enjoying Father's Day. I was caught all kind of little notifications on my phone this morning from my children, real and imagined. The ones that I was the actual blood daddy and the ones who we've shared the blood of life together. And so I'm very blessed, blessed in several ways. I've got, like I said, I've got plenty of children or people who think and agree with me that I think I'm their daddy, and I try to tell them everything what to do, and I appreciate that part. But my real blessing is my mother and the choices that she made. Now, she was a lady from Mississippi trying to get out of them cotton fields at home. That's the way she says it, but I love to farm in Mississippi. But Wallace James Allen III was her first husband, and I say that because she's had several. And all of them were a blessing to me in a very special way and unique way, each and every one of them. So I want to salute Wallace. I want to salute Ernie. I definitely need to salute John. He gave me my first car. And my most recent and final daddy, Jim. All of them good men. My mother probably could have stayed with any one of them, but the idea for her was love my children. And they all did in their own special ways. And I appreciate them very much. So, fathers, whether you are male or female, I've had some tremendous female fathers, father figures, folks that didn't mind grabbing me behind the neck and holding me close and reminding me that there is a proper direction. There are always alternatives. But there's also one alternative that's better than the other. And the one that, well, the doctors say do no harm. Well, my mentors have said do some good. So that's what I've been taught to do, and hopefully that's what I will do and continue to do. And I hope that you will wear that mantle as well, because we need each other. We need each other to be the best that we can. We need each other to fill in the gaps when there is no one else there to do the job. So, good deal. Because we've got a good Father's Day, we're also able to say, Juneteenth, because fathers helped make Juneteenth become a real deal. And I'm happy. So, I'm going to spread a little of that happiness. We have several guests in today. The Riverside County Black Chamber of Commerce is a very busy spot. Matter of fact, they're not just a spot, they are an organization, and they do quite a few things. One of those things is that they are going to be celebrating the Negro League Baseball. They'll be doing that this week at the Route 60, well, not Route 66, the 66 Stadium, the 66ers. San Bernardino 66ers semi-pro baseball team, minor league baseball team, will be saluting the Negro League players, and we're going to talk about that. And we are still working with the Reparations Committee that is turning in their final report on July 1st. So let's talk about reparations with Miss Blue Robinson. Miss Blue, how are you? Pull that microphone up a little closer. And what's going on with you?
Well, I am good. I am eager to get started on this. I know for those who have been following, this is very tremendous because this is the final report that will show not only what the recommendations are officially, but also how these recommendations will be carried out if this law is passed.
And
So
when we say official recommendations, we mean from the California's official.
9-member task force
uh,
established by AB 3121, which was the law that got all of this started in the first place.
Because I have a special reparations committee at the barbershop, and we haven't been able to get our full list in, but certainly members of that organization have been able to get to your town hall meetings, so that I'm sure our suggestions are probably at the top of the list. I have no doubt that my intelligentsia at the barbershop knows exactly what you need. But go on, tell me more.
Yes, so for those who aren't too familiar, in 2020 we did establish this 9-member task force by Assembly Bill AB 3121, and the goal of this bill was to create this task force to study and develop these recommendations for reparations proposals for African Americans in California that are descendants of chattel slavery. There's been lots of input from communities who are focused on this, and there has been a lot of leeway made in establishing what these proposals will look like, not only for a final payout, but as well as a number of programs that we are hoping to gain from this that will support the community in a variety of ways. But the most recent information we have regarding that is the interim report that came out in 2021, basically covering a history of what racism looked like in America, starting from chattel slavery and all the way up until redlining and even modern day Black Lives Matter movements. And we are excited to say that these official recommendations will be due, as Wallace said, July 1st, and the recommendations should be available after that for the public at the DOJ, so that's oag.ca.gov/AB 3121 for anyone who's looking to get more information, as well as on the Chamber's website. You can go and find brief histories of this, as well as links directly to the DOJ.
Now, what exactly is your profile, the position with the committee?
We are a very close partner with them. We have been to as many in-person meetings as we can, and we were very lucky to have the chair of the task force, Camilla Moore, attend our reparations town hall and listening session back in April. We got a lot of good information out to the community directly from the source that is supplying this, and we have been following it closely since its first establishment, and we hope to then use what we know and take this and get it to the community, because we know a lot of people still are unsure of what the logistics are, as well as are not even aware that this is even something going on. So we know how important it is getting this information to the community in a trusted source that is reliable and factual.
The big question that I have so many people ask me is this for real? Well, it's as real as anything else in the sense that, it's being worked on. It certainly has not been agreed to in terms of the specifics or the logistics of how you would make reparations work. I think it's interesting to find that across the country, various groups are creating their own reparations profile, all the way from cities to counties, and as we see in California, the state. There has, of course, been the attempt at the federal level to introduce some type of create some type of commitment. But the last thing I heard was about the 40 acres and a mule, and we certainly see how that has worked out. You guys don't know how that worked out? Well, there was a promise or a desire or an attempt to create acknowledgement of African American freedmen, ex-slaves, to have some land. And despite the fact that it was promised during the what we call Homestead Act, when everybody, I think you've seen the movies if you watched old cowboy movies, where everybody lined up in St. Louis and they blew the whistle, and as far as you could go, as fast as you could go, you could claim your, I don't know, some 300 acres or something of that sort. And liberated ex-slaves were not allowed to participate. Um, we see so many cases of, they didn't call them reparations. In some cases, they called it the GI Bill. In some cases, they called it various home accessing. But despite the acknowledgement that black people, African American people, from Crispus Attucks, the first one to contribute blood to the cause, was a black man. And we still have people saying, well, black folks don't deserve, or they don't vote for it, or they vote against it. I don't know what the fear is. But amongst black folk and folks who are sensitive to justice, I think you should be paying attention to the concept of reparations. But at the same time, too, I think that, should we wait? Let me ask you that question. Should we wait for reparations, Ms. Blue?
That's a very big question.
Intended to be.
I believe we've waited long enough personally, but I understand that legislature takes time. And so I would urge that as soon as we can get any leeway done, we do, because it does take time to implement these laws. And the trickle-down effect will also take a number of years. And I know that our communities need this help now, and it would be in our best interest to establish this as soon as possible, in my opinion.
Your compadre here, Miss Imani Shelton, is also working with the chamber, and though she's here and going to kind of talk about other things, I'm going to ask her. Do you think that we as a people should wait for reparations, or should we kind of repair ourselves? To what extent that's possible?
So also personally, I think 400 years is long enough to be waiting for reparations.
Pretty good time.
Right. I think we have started and continue to repair our own communities to the best of our abilities, but with walls like systemic racism, there's only so much that we can do as a people before we can get to things like reparations in a legislative position.
And I think that for the sake of revealing the compassion that's involved, we certainly have black folk who have from day one done well in America despite the obstacles, the barriers, whatever. During Black Music Month, we're going to be talking about and have talked about the impact that black people have made across the world with our contribution of music. You know what I said, our. I'm still trying out for the Bromatics or whomever, but I will claim a little bit of our music on that. So with all of that part, we are demonstrating some concern for people who have not made it. That's the issue with reparations. That's the big issue with systematic racism for people who have not the opportunity or immediate resources to be able to step in and make their contribution to America because someone has symbolically got a knee on their neck. That, if there's only one left, is reason for us to continue to push for reparations and to push for fairness in America. It's Father's Day, Black Music Month, Juneteenth. Could we tie all of that together, for instance, and put together a good gift for Father's Day that would send somebody to Juneteenth and where they may hear something about reparations as we tie all of those things together? You guys are involved with this baseball salute. Imani, tell me about that part of it.
Of course. So on Saturday, June 24th, there will be the 103rd Negro League tribute at the 66ers San Manuel Stadium. This is going to pay great homage to the 66ers minor league baseball team. And we want to also honor our small businesses, our small black and brown businesses of the Inland Empire. So there will also be plenty of small businesses vending there. We'll be giving out awards for all of those businesses and community leaders. And on top of that, we're also going to have a resource fair to provide COVID-19 vaccines and informationals for free, of course. There'll be housing assistance options, transportation assistance, free job opportunities, or paid job opportunities.
I got a few free job opportunities for you, right?
And that will be Saturday, June 24th at the San Manuel Stadium from 5:30. There will be a baseball game. The tickets are $18 each. The Riverside County Black Chamber of Commerce does have free tickets available, and we do have a VIP ticket with your name on it, Mr. Wallace.
Oh, how many of those can I sell? Oh, I do appreciate that. So next Saturday,
Yes, sir.
the baseball game is in the early evening or late afternoon, however we want to put it. And what's that, 5 o'clock?
It's going to be at 5:30. We've been working for quite a bit with Jaquetta Green Marketing Services like we have in the past. So it's going to be a great event. We're expecting 2,000 to 3,000 folks. It was going to be a great baseball game, and it should be a fun time.
So I heard you mention the vendors. There's an opportunity for vendors to still participate with that, or has that deadline passed?
No, absolutely. We are still taking vendors really up until the Friday prior. So if you are interested in vending, please email info@riversidecounty.org. riversidecounybcc.org.
Yeah, that's why I always try to give them the phone number.
Or 951-823-0175.
Yeah, my idea is to be as simple as possible with that. So give them that phone number again, just in case they are a vendor who wants to participate, or if they are concerned about some non-cost, low-cost, and free tickets.
Absolutely.
And if they need more information about some of the other programs that the Chamber is very involved in.
Right, yes. So if you are interested in any of those things that Wallace said, or more, if you have questions, if you would just like to hang out with Blue and I, the best way to contact us would be calling 951-823-0175.
Very good. Now, Blue, we're going to give one more commercial about reparations. Is there anything that our listening audience can do to influence the reparations report that's going to be handed in on the July 1st, or should we be looking forward to another type of thing to contribute to?
So that's a great question. I'm glad you asked. Well, first, I do want to mention it is not too late. These last in-person task meetings are in person, and so there is an opportunity for anybody to give their feedback at these task force meetings. More information at the DOJ, and it will be at riversidecounybcc.org as well.
Now, you're saying task force meetings.
Yes.
So there are how many task force meetings left?
There's one left at the end of this month on the 29th. That's the last Thursday of this month.
That's like finally catching up to Santa Claus on Christmas Eve. Right?
Yes. It's if for anyone who wants to do what they can to have an lasting impact, but that is not the only thing you can do. We also have a letter campaign being circulated by the Riverside County Black Chamber of Commerce, and that comes in two forms. We have a first sign-on letter campaign, to where it is a letter established by the chamber, and you as a member of the general public have an opportunity to simply sign your name, your age, and a region, so your city, and show that you support whatever recommendations are being made. But if you would like to take it a step farther, we also have a secondary letter campaign to where you can take our template and you can fill it in with any information you want, and you can go a step further and send this into your local government. And we also have a tool to where you can simply type in your physical address, and it will show you the local government in your area and give you direct links to their website. And so this will be available to anyone who's on our mailing list, as well as being updated on our website as well.
I'm hoping that we'll be able to put a list together of people who are interested in local reparations, in the sense that we don't want to wait, and we've got a little bit of resource, and maybe those people who don't want to wait, or if any of you are organized to the point of saying, no, we're meeting and we're looking for investors, or we want to put our money together and start doing something right now, please call me, because I'm in that group, and I'm not a great organizer, but I can follow fairly well. And if we're working on something like that, I'd like to be part of it. And I don't know. I haven't spoken to your director, Mr. Pepe Jackson, but he's a kind of wild guy. And maybe if we take in this message when you go back there, Wallace said, if there's any group out there that doesn't want to wait for reparations and we want to do some self-reparations with some self-investment, I bet you Pepe would be interested in that.
So I should also mention we are currently already doing some organization to that effect.
See what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Ask and you shall be granted.
I'll throw in this as well. One of our community organization that we participate in is working with First Community Capital. They are also participating in the Negro League Tribute on the 24th. The First Community Capital is a Black-owned community development financial institution, a CDFI, and they are able to give out the Black, Indigenous, People of Color Community Loan Fund, the BIPOC Loan Fund. Those are micro loans at low interest to give small business owners the opportunity to pay off or pay for certain things that banks aren't really notable for giving in smaller amounts, like
like a fair shot. Period. You know, I'm not going to talk bad about the banks because I have other things to do today on the show. But we may have a very special program where we talk about the lack, the pointed resistance to providing resources to people who have done nothing but support America for 4,500 years. But that's good. We're going to work all of this out. I'd like to see if we can have that finance group come in and talk to us one day and see if we can inspire another level of commitment from both the audience as well as them. I want to thank you guys for coming in. I want to thank you for sharing your Sunday with us, and I want to thank your fathers for allowing you to come be with Papa here as opposed to spending time with him this morning.
Oh, I should say, too, Happy Father's Day.
There you go.
Yes,
Good
Happy
deal.
Father's Day to my lovely mother, Michelle Bethelme. She has raised my sister and I from the ground up to be the wonderful, independent women that we are today. And, of course, my father, Berkeley Bethelme, who has chosen my sister and I every day for at least the last 10-plus years, and we are better for it.
My goodness, I appreciate that. Good deal. All right. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, I want to introduce you to another activator, inspirator, a young man who creates the desire to aspire in others, Mr. Latte Wilson, my friend Taylor. We'll be right back. This is Empire Talks Back. I want to thank you for the time you're spending and encourage you to spend more. Miss Blue, Miss Imani, thank you so much. Be sure to tell Pepe I said, good job, my man.
Oh, he's listening now.
Good job, my man.
This is Taylon from Taylon36.com inviting you and your family out to the National Love for Us Juneteenth Freedom Day celebration at Cal State San Bernardino. Free for the community from 1 to 5 p.m. And after that, come enjoy the Wild 'N Out comedy show from 6 to 8 featuring Charlie Clips and Radio Big Mac.
Yo! What's up, y'all? You already know who it is, man. It's your boy Charlie Clips. That's right, Charlie Clips. Wildin' Out will be in the building at Cal State University in San Bernardino, California. Make sure you get your tickets. Make sure you pull up. It's going to be a family affair. Speaking of family, I'm bringing my brother from the show, Radio Big Mac. That's right, Radio Big Mac is pulling up with me. Bring grandma, bring grandpa, bring auntie. You know what I'm saying? That's always drinking and playing spades. Bring her, bring the kids, bring everybody. We having fun for Juneteenth. We pulling up at Cal State University in San Bernardino, California, June 19th. Make sure you pull up. Love.
Publish your legal notice in West Side Story newspaper. For the best service and the best rates, call 909-384-8131. Publishing legal notices in the city and county of San Bernardino since 1990. West Side Story provides friendly expert service. Call 909-384-8131 to benefit from budget-friendly rates. Whether a fictitious business name, a name change, a divorce summons, or any other legal or public notice, call West Side Story newspaper 909-384-8131. 909-384-8131. 909-384-8131. That's 909-384-8131.
Hello, all, especially the parents looking for something wholesome, fun, and clean for their little ones. I want you to check out my little partner, Christine Marie, performing live at Soul Fest in San Bernardino Sunday, June 18th, and Love for Juneteenth at Cal State in San Bernardino as well. Now, she is really, I'm so proud of her. She's really been doing her thing. She is even opening up for Wilding Out. Okay? So I want you guys to check her out in the San Bernardino area. If you're there, if you're driving there, just get there. But if you're looking to have a little family fun, and it's even something for the grown folks as well, I just want to show my love, and I'm hoping that you can show your support. Peace.
There we are. Empire Talks is back. And our friend Taylon is here. Taylon, tell us a little bit about this program that you're doing up at Cal State.
Well, it's actually a Juneteenth event that we're doing. Me and my friend Pastor Rob and Jaquetta put it together. It's called the National Love for Us Juneteenth Freedom Day Celebration.
Okay.
And from 1 to 5 is free for the community. We have vendors, a kid zone that's ran by Malibu Robin from KIO.
Okay.
Knock It Off and Forgive. So from 1 to 5, we have, just a lot of stuff for the community. We have the two hottest DJs, DJ Muda and DJ Mystery. DJ Mystery will be inside playing records. DJ Muda will be outside doing his thing. And after all that, we have the comedy show from 6 to 8.
Okay. And that's the Wildin' Out?
Yes, Wildin' Out. Yeah, we have a few members from Wildin' Out coming through. They want to bless. And then, like you heard the commercial, we have Lisa Ray from the Players Club, and the actress, she's producing a young lady, and she's performing and opening up for the Wildin' Out, for the Wildin' Out.
So we've got a big free program. From 1 to 5. Okay, and that's the music, the vendors, and all of this is up on the campus of Cal State San Bernardino.
Cal State San Bernardino, yes.
Free parking? Or
free parking for the first 100 people that registers for the raffle.
Okay.
So Lisa Ray has a mattress line, so we're raffling off 2 of her mattresses, and some speakers and other cool stuff.
Very good.
We also have, it's good for, I love to mention we're raffling off a business. One lady gave us. She does truck dispatching, so she's offering 3 people intro to truck dispatching, introduction to truck dispatching.
Not
business.
A job, but a business.
But a business, yeah.
Wait a minute.
So she's giving 3 people the opportunity to start their own trucking dispatching business.
So she's going to do some training, help them get their licensing.
Yep. All of that. She said the package is worth like $3,000.
Well, and after you get that package, that's a pretty good opportunity. Trucking is extremely important.
Yes.
Ask the people out at the Long Beach port right now. I don't know if they settle that strike or not, but it's going to be something that we really transportation is a big deal.
And that's sponsored by Pretty Mother Trucker.
Ah, okay. Very good. Glad you didn't get tongue-tied on that one.
Yeah, so Pretty Mother Trucker is offering 3 truck dispatching classes for the raffle. And the raffle is free. All you do is just text 323-499-5792 with your name and your email address, and you're automatically entered into the raffle.
and you have free parking, and you get the raffle ticket to win all these various prizes.
And it's not really a raffle in that you're not having to pay for a ticket.
No,
You simply have to sign up.
sign up. Yep.
So that your name is in the jar, so
Yep.
that you can be pulled out
Exactly.
of the drawing.
Yes, sir.
And that's to keep the police
And
from
for free
coming up.
parking.
The terminology is very important here. I don't think raffles are legal.
Oh, okay,
But
okay.
But the drawing is.
The drawing, okay.
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
I wish that, well, if you've got a business and you'd like to be saluted, maybe you can come up and contact the group here and provide them with some things for the drawings.
Yeah.
A tire shop, almost any services that you have there. I guess I could say I'll give you a free commercial on the radio.
Yeah.
You can put that in.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll give them a free commercial on Empire Talks Back.
Right, yeah.
And we'll give them a free ad in West Side Story newspaper. How's that?
Okay, that's great.
Sign me
That's
up.
great.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that makes
Sign
it
up,
work out.
323-499-5792. That number again is area code 323-499-5792.
Delivered like a man who is a radio, TV person. Tell us a little bit about your business, Latte.
Oh, man, which one?
All of them. Let's start with why you sound so good on the radio and how you're helping people who want to do podcasts.
Well, we have a radio show that comes on Monday from 8 to 9. Same station, KCAA. I'm actually the co-host. Moan is the host. And we just wanted to do something to help people get their message out, whatever their message was. Whether your message is promoting your business, whether your message is, you escaped being homeless and now you're going to college. Whether your message is you have a nonprofit and you want to help. Whatever your message is, we just wanted to give the public a free platform to come out and just discuss,
Life.
really how they made it, what they're doing to advance to the next level in life. So the show is called About That Life because it's just really about that life.
It sounds simple, but we know life is very complicated.
Exactly.
Very complicated. All the different angles we use to look at it, and it can be confusing sometimes. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to you too, sir.
And I know, Father's Day is a sweet and sour issue for you. You lost a daughter.
Yes.
You remember her annually with an event, an activity. And as a father, I don't know if you want to tell us a little bit about that.
My Latte Wilson Foundation?
Yes. We're talking about daddy love here, folks.
I have to start. It's good that you asked that question because I guess for my therapy, I have to start talking about it.
Right.
I just would like to be prepared to talk about it, but without any preparation. What was the question again, so I can answer it correctly?
Well, the question is your foundation, not so much why it's there, because I don't need you to go into that level of tearing. Okay, but what you want to have that foundation do to remind people of the values between parents and their children and the community.
Well, the first thing I would say for fathers is don't be ashamed or don't be afraid to be in your children's business, no matter how old they are. I felt like I was being a good father by allowing my daughter to have a maximum level of independence And I wish I would have intruded on her life a lot more to know what was going on with her.
Now, she was how old when?
She was 24.
24.
Mm-hmm.
And she was
killed by her boyfriend in Moreno Valley, California. And I never saw any signs. I mean, the only signs in hindsight, I mean, and even, your children, as a father, you always want to help your children out. So she just would always come and, ask for money. But that, to me, that wasn't a red flag, because I would help my daughter out no matter if she has a man or not, because I'm her father.
And be a little upset if she doesn't ask you for something now and then.
Yeah. So, I mean, so people say, well, that should have been a red flag if she had a boyfriend and she was always coming to you for money. But when she didn't have a boyfriend, she was coming to me for she's my daughter. She's always come to me for something. And as a father, I'm gonna always be there to help her, no matter what her situation is.
So, as the father, and that great advice that you just gave about being willing,
intrusive.
Yeah, you have to. It may sound. They may say, "Well, Dad, leave me alone." But I'm sorry.
You'll rather have that than not to be able to hear them say anything anymore.
That's right.
Or not to be able to contact them anymore. Or you'll rather have them say, "Dad, get out my business," and still be existent on Earth than to have them, not existing on Earth anymore.
I appreciate you sharing that, because so many people are able to, and the theme being that, well, my dad is no longer around and I miss my dad. And so we think more from that angle of, folks thinking about their father and the father no longer being there.
Mm-hmm.
I want to empathize and point out that there are fathers who are missing their children.
Oh, yeah.
And that, as such, we want to remind people and remind fathers that the opportunities that we have with our children while they are children really can extend and does extend into when they become adults.
Yes.
They're always our babies. They're always our children. I've got some grown, excuse the term, I've got some grown-ass daughters who I've definitely raised to be independent, self-sufficient, it's whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But man, if they don't give me a call and spend a minute with Dad at least, it's bothersome. So I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
And I won't wait for that.
Yeah.
I'm going to call and stick my nose in their business.
Yes.
Every
chance you get, please do.
Without a doubt. Let's take this short break. Eric, happy Father's Day to you, my man. All right? Okay, and put your microphone and headset on when you come back.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Publish your legal notice in West Side Story newspaper. For the best service and the best rates, call 909-384-8131. Publishing legal notices in the city and county of San Bernardino since 1990. West Side Story provides friendly expert service. Call 909-384-8131 to benefit from budget-friendly rates. Whether a fictitious business name, a name change, a divorce summons, or any other legal or public notice, call West Side Story newspaper 909-384-8131. 909-384-8131. That's 909-384-8131.
All right. We are back. This is Empire Talks Back. I'm Wallace Allen here on the case for truth and justice with the right information to help improve the situation without a doubt. My friend Latte Wilson, Talon, is here.
Yes,
we've shared many meals and aspirations together, and look for us to shake up the world at one point in the fairly new future.
Amen. We're coming with the podcast. We're coming with the Route 66.
Route 66. That's an amazing
Yep,
thing.
the Centennial. Within a couple of years, we're preparing for it now. How many years are we away from it? Probably like two
Well,
or three
20,
now, right?
2026 is the centennial.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so we like 2 years.
Yeah, we want to begin our activities as soon as possible this year. We've got some things coming up in the city of Rialto. Mayor Deborah Robertson is extremely supportive of getting some things done relative to Route 66. They've actually got a committee there working on how to improve the imagery and access to Route 66. And
Okay.
our whole goal is to let's turn it into one of the hottest tourist attractions on the planet.
Yes.
So we will be, working to that extent.
Because we only have the biggest county in the United States.
Well, it is definitely the biggest county territory-wise. I don't know if that really, how well that helps the people who are out in the boondocks of the county, but it's certainly something that we've got to stay interested in politically. Something that we really have a tremendous opportunity in terms of the economics.
Yes.
Building that up. And it all stems from our relationships with our people.
Yes.
And the
community.
Yeah.
The community has to get involved.
Well, the community is involved. And here's the deal. Anybody that wants to be a leader, anybody that wants to be an influencer, needs to know the community. They need to get out and get involved with the community. Our newspaper has been here over 30-some years.
Yeah.
And we're the baby news.
What?
Yeah, there's other black newspapers. There's 3 other black newspapers that have been around, and that are weeklies. And then we've got at least one paper that comes out every other week.
Okay.
And I take that back. There's 4 weeklies because we need to include the paper down in the Inland Valley News, the Precinct Reporter, the Voice, the American, and of course West Side Story News.
West Side Story News.
So we are probably, despite the fact that there's 4 of us, we're still missing stories. So folks, we want you to be able to stand up and suit up and know that there are sources and resources.
Yeah, so that goes to another thing that we're doing. We're training the children to be to be reporters and to work the camera and for what do you call it? What you do? Journalism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go out
So
and
we're
write
gonna
a
be
story.
Training the children for journalism. So that's another new thing we got working in the near future.
And those of you
Got a
who
lot of stuff going on.
and there are people out here who are writing. We are taking your submissions. We regard them as letters to the editor, but we're looking for writers. We're looking for people who are willing to tell the story of their community. Tell a story about a person in your community, and that could be a family member. We are rich with stories. We are rich with resources. We just simply need to throw them on top of the table and start working with each other to that level. I was speaking earlier with our young ladies from the Riverside County Black Chamber of Commerce about the reparations program and suggesting that, the concept of reparations, being repaired, getting paid to some extent for all of the work that our parents, grandparents, great-great-grandparents have put in to make America great. And it doesn't have to be made great again. It's great. It's great compared to what it has been.
In comparison.
And
yeah.
it's great compared to what else is going on in the planet. And it's great because we can make adjustments easier here than apparently any other place on the planet. So we need to put our resources together. We need to not be stingy with the desire to help or with the great ideas. Every idea is not supposed to work. The main thing, idea works is your brain, and at some point one of those ideas can
spark
land
something,
and make something happen.
Yeah, just throw them to the wall. Whatever sticks, you see, you start building on.
That's
you know?
right. That's right. I want to wish Eric. Did you get your? Yeah, you're up. So Eric.
Yo.
Okay, we all know what we had to do for Mother's Day. And had the opportunity to do for Mother's Day. Happily did for Mother's Day. What is your big thing for Father's Day? What are we looking forward to?
Oh, probably just gonna have a nice little barbecue with the family and stuff. I was raised from my grandpa, so gonna kick it with Gramps, and then now I have my little daughter, so my little 8-year-old, and I was probably work the grill.
Oh, you're gonna work the grill?
Yeah. Hopefully, I don't mess with the asada.
Yeah, I hope you don't either. We don't want to mess up the reputations that dads have for
cooking. Yeah.
Yeah, for cooking. I always have my wife and my daughter cook in my name so that we don't have any messing up.
I get that.
My mother brags that she's taught her grandchildren how to cook. She takes credit for everything good that they do.
That's right.
And I can't argue with that at all, and don't want to.
No, you can't argue with your mom.
Mm-mm. Well, you can, but nothing
You
like
just
losing.
shouldn't. Yeah, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. Your mom brought you into, she's right even when she's wrong to me.
Well, my mother had, she's a Laker fan.
Oh,
and,
okay,
so
that's good.
we don't have any real arguments except that if the Lakers aren't in, I'm an LA fan, so I'm still going to push for the Clippers. And she says, yeah, that's what she. Speaking of the Clippers,
Yeah.
You've
Partnership with the
you've
Clippers.
been working very closely with the Clippers.
Yeah,
What's up?
for like 6 years now.
Yeah, so we've had free tickets to the
Free
local.
tickets to the Ontario Clippers and also free tickets to the Los Angeles Clippers.
So, what are we going to do this year?
The same thing. I'm a partner up with a couple of nonprofit organizations, and we're going to take, at-risk youth and, other organizations out to check out some free games.
Is there any shot that here we go again with one of my wild ideas that we might be able to get the Clippers to come sponsor a 3-on-3 kind of tournament on Route 66?
Ontario, yes. Yeah, Ontario is real lenient, and they're real community based, because Los Angeles Clippers, they have to focus. Their first name is Los Angeles, so they mainly focus on that area, that territory. However, Ontario Clippers, which is a subsidiary of the LA Clippers, a couple of players does play both ways. They play for the Ontario Clippers and the Los Angeles Clippers. So a couple of those players play both on both teams, and they're looking to get involved with the community. As a matter of fact, they'll be at the Juneteenth event.
Oh, really?
Tomorrow.
Okay, very good. So we can kind of squeeze them a little bit and
we can squeeze them a lot because they
they
want
to participate.
Is ticket sales, and they want to put butts in the seats. And there's no better way to put butts in the seats than to get the people that's already here, that's locally here, involved with their situation.
And coming out and working with our kids during the summer, during the off season, for the men's basketball. So the women's basketball is still they are in season now, and
the
I'm
Clippers
just
don't
wanting
have a
to.
women's team, but the Lakers have the Sparks, but. Their organization, their CEO is very he gives back a lot.
Well, to the public, if you have a great idea or an idea that could be great regarding Route 66, I'd like to hear about it and see what we can do to support your idea and your thought. I think that we have one of the most valuable assets that you could have. And in the Inland Empire, and that's the most famous road on the planet, the Mother Road, Route 66.
Yeah.
Here in our area, we've got Cajon Boulevard is Route 66, down to Mount Vernon Avenue is Route 66, to Foothill Boulevard is Route 66, all the way out to Santa Monica. So We've got
all the way from Chicago.
all the way from Chicago to LA, without a doubt. And I think the best part of Route 66 definitely takes place here in the Inland Empire. So we've got some things planned all the way
The
from
largest county, the
Yep.
largest county in the valley.
That's right.
You know, let's make it large financially too. Let's be the biggest territorial wise and economic wise.
People come to the Inland Empire from all over the world today. There's probably someone here today on Route 66 as a tourist. And it's certainly an opportunity for us to build up more places for them to go on Route 66 as opposed to, they are definitely going to the Wigwam. That's an important stop. They definitely stop at Meatless Cafe. That's an important stop. We used to have that there's a restaurant. I have to be familiar with the name, and I'll bring that back next week out in Fontana that people go to regarding their visit to the Inland Empire to see Route 66.
It's a built-in tourist attraction that we can't overlook and that we should take advantage of because it's actually in our territory.
Yeah, our whole deal, our actual whole deal. Listen, this is Empire Talks Back. I'm Wallace Allen. It's Juneteenth tomorrow, the official day of Juneteenth. And it's a national holiday now.
Yes.
Juneteenth is the date that the enslaved people in Galveston, Texas, were informed of the fact that two things. One, the war was over 2 months prior, but the Emancipation Proclamation had been issued 2 years prior. So Juneteenth was the celebrated day, June 19th. Here in the city of San Bernardino, the first Juneteenth took place as a result of James Caesar, who worked for Mr. Art Townsend at the Precinct Reporter.
Okay.
James was from Texas.
Wow.
And he spoke about Juneteenth for a couple of years, and finally Art said, yeah, let's do it. And the first Juneteenth took place on Muscat Street in San Bernardino. I wish I could say the year, but my accurate memory is not accurate. But it was back in the 80s. It was in probably about 84, 85. Yes. And red watermelon, red soda watermelon, and music and people having fun, and it's grown out to the point now where, gosh, we've got
three Juneteenth events.
No,
for the whole weekend.
No, well, for the weekend, and actually more than that. We had the NCNW had an event last evening.
Okay.
There was an event yesterday at Valley College.
Yeah.
There's one today.
Yeah, at San Manuel.
At San Manuel, and
baseball stadium.
And then there is the one in Rialto tomorrow, and then there's
ours tomorrow.
Yours
also,
tomorrow.
Yeah, at Cal State San Bernardino.
And certainly Pomona.
But Inland Empire, we showed out.
Hey, the hottest spot on the planet, the best place to be. Everybody wants to be here. LA is moving out here, so we're doing well. Listen, I want to wish everybody Happy Father's Day. Remind you that
you too.
Liberation and freedom is not free, and just because we have a Juneteenth holiday is not time to relax, as our reparations committee will tell you. And I say, repair yourself while we wait for others to get their conscience together to say it's due. God bless you. Thank you for joining us. Eric, happy Father's Day. Taylon, happy Father's Day.
Same to you, sir.
God bless my mama for giving me some good daddies and a perfect father.
Amen.
God bless you. See you next week under two circumstances. One, if the good Lord's willing. Two, if the creek don't rise. God bless you. God bless.
KCAA Loma Linda.